If you want to stop giving a damn about what others think of you, then you need to master the art of authenticity. To be authentic is to be your most original, unapologetic, and empowered self, even if you are disapproved of. When you're authentic, that is when you are being your most highest and truest self. So own your unpopular ideas and make those weird choices that are led by your spirit, because weirdos are true revolutionaries and the black sheep are underrated geniuses. When you're being yourself, you're breaking societal conditioning and breaking free from generational patterns. When you don't care about what others think of you, you're freeing a lot of space and energy within you to follow your dreams instead of being caught up in what others think of you, which is always going to change depending upon the person. Know that the most important thing is what you think of yourself. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I will be sharing with you how to stop caring what other people think of you, and I will also be sharing with you signs when you should care about what someone thinks of you. So make sure to watch this video till the end. Human beings are socially dependent species, which means that we depend on others for not just physical things like food and shelter, but also for emotional support, approval, and validation. This comes biting us when people do not have a very high opinion of us, disagree with us, disapprove of us, or are against what we value in our lives. Right from our childhood, we are indoctrinated with what's acceptable and unacceptable about us and how we can fit into the society. This means that if we were to do things that are unacceptable in the society, then we would be seen as bad and wrong, negatively judged, and may not even be considered as a part of the society. Hence, we become masters at being fake and untrue to ourselves, not being or living the life that we truly want to live. We swallow the opinions of other people and we design our whole personality and our life around it. We become more and more inauthentic, even if the things that are unacceptable are a part of our authentic selves. We reject them. We reject our own selves. This keeps us limited to our true potential, which can only be attained when we are being our highest and most authentic self. When you experience extreme amounts of shame, guilt, and harsh criticism in your childhood, you have a very poor self-image. You have a very poor self-esteem. You start to develop very poor sense of being self-conscious, and this blocks your throat chakra, which is the fifth chakra of your body, and it governs your creativity and your personal truth. And it also blocks your third chakra, which is the solar plexus, which is all about you owning your personal power. So you start rejecting yourself and criticizing yourself even before other people do, because you don't view yourself in high light. You're constantly criticizing yourself. You develop a very harsh inner critic. Those of you who go into loops of overthinking and self-hate know exactly what I'm talking about. Your inner critic is actually a copy of the society's voices, and for your inner critic, you are never enough. never perfect. Everything that you do is faulty, and you just are never going to get it right, and so on. Hence, it's really important to stop being governed by these negative and harsh judgments and opinions of the outside world, and stop letting them live rent free in your mind, and instead allow your higher self to lead your way so that you can sleep peacefully at night. Honestly, if people gave away smiles as freely as they give away judgments, this world would be a more loving and peaceful space. That being said, let's discuss the various ways in which you can stop caring what other people think of you. If you really want to stop caring about what other people think of you, then you need to stop trying to control their opinions of you. If you try to control their opinion of you, then all of your energy will be drained, because there will be no end, and there will be no energy left for you to create the life that you want. It's a hard pill to swallow, but people can think whatever they want. It's not something that's in your control, and they do think and say whatever they want to say. It's a free will that we all have. So instead, focus your energy towards being more grounded and centered and creative in your life, in your values, what your authentic self is, and why you are doing what you are doing. When you believe in yourself, what others think of you won't matter. Just walk your talk and let go what everyone else thinks of you. People judge so quickly because they are not in your body, experiencing life the way that you are and going through challenges the way that you are, and they don't know how difficult it is to be in your shoes. Just keep doing you, and people like to talk, but when you walk your talk, you're actually taking action. The next thing that you can do is to remember that you are the main hero of your story. Don't make others the main hero of your story. They are simply a side character in your game, and they are viewing you as just a character in their story and giving their opinions and judgments based upon that perception of you. So remember that this is your life. Let their role be where it is, where it belongs, and do not make them the main character of your story. Interact and learn from the experiences that you have with other people, other players, other characters in your game or your story, but don't put a pin on it. When you realize this, you will be able to see that not everyone actually seriously just keeps thinking about you and is not actually that serious about their opinions of you. It's just a moment in time where they give their judgment and then they go on to live their own life, because their life is about them, just like your life is about you. So stay focused on your journey, your life, and know that at the end of the day, it's not about what they think. It's about how you are approaching life and how you are dealing with the experiences that come along in your way. The next thing that you need to do is to remember that the mind is a trickster. If you spend your life convincing people to like you or to have a certain kind of opinion about you, and you're constantly trying to get approval from them, then you are allowing your life to be governed by someone else's mind. And mind is not the intuition, it's not the higher self, it's the distortion, it's the smoke on the mirror. So remember that you don't have to get their opinions all the time. You don't have to allow your life to be controlled by it. When you're constantly worried about what others think of you, you are being tricked and buying into the illusion that there is something wrong with you. You have to understand that the mind is like a restless monkey jumping around here and there, producing all kinds of thoughts throughout the day. You have your own mind to deal with, and if you adopt the monkeys of your neighbor or your auntie or your uncle. You cannot take care of their monkeys, their minds. You have enough to deal with on your own. That actually messes up your reality. That's how you get your reality all messed up, when you adopt other people's opinions of you. Instead, be concerned about what your higher self thinks of you and your life choices and your entire reality, and be in a commitment to deepening that connection with your higher self instead of focusing on what others think of your life. Your mental energy is precious. Use it consciously and wisely. If you truly want to stop caring about what others think, then you can go on an opinion detox. This is a kind of mental break that will help declutter your mind off of the voices of the outside world. So for a month or a week or 21 days, whatever suits you, go on an opinion detox. Stop asking for opinions of other people. Instead of asking others, what do you think? Ask yourself, what do I think? How do I feel? And what do I really want? Stop telling everyone about everything and oversharing your life. Stop telling others about your dreams and visions. Keep it sacred to you. Keep your life sacred and simple. Focus on what you really want to do and keep doing you. This mental break is so important in today's society that's overloading you with opinions and cancel culture and with the internet. You need to stop. You need to slow down. You need time and silence and inner focus to get back to yourself and remember who you truly are, what is your soul essence, and whether those outside voices are true or false. This discernment can only be reached when you have an inner sense of groundedness, when you are with yourself. Next, you need to realize that true freedom is knowing that your worth is a constant, not a variable that keeps changing depending upon other people's opinion of you. Know that the universe, God, Source, loves you unconditionally. You don't have to constantly try to prove your worth or convince like the conditional setting of the society. The universe, God, Source knows that your memory was wiped when you came here, and it takes a lot of courage just to be in this human experience. The universe loves you unconditionally. That's why you can always redeem yourself. You're always given a chance to grow and learn and improve yourself. It's not easy to be in this human body and discover yourself and know what you came here for and be your most authentic self while you have forgotten and while you're in this process of remembering, while you have these doubts about yourself and you're in the middle of chaos, and while others are judging you, abusing you, criticizing you, or disapproving of you because they have also forgotten who they are. So remember that you are always worthy. Others' opinion of you, what they say and think, even if someone's close to you, it doesn't define you. It doesn't decide your worth. You're always worthy. Your worth is innate, it's inner, and it's always constant. If you want to stop giving a damn about what others think of you, then know thyself. Knowing yourself is the anchor that keeps you grounded in your knowing that you are being your authentic self, even if others don't understand it or don't get you. This anchor will keep you grounded in your knowing. It will keep you grounded on your journey. It will help you stay connected to your divine blueprint, because it will always lead you to uniqueness and authenticity and not into distortion, which is what everyone else is doing and what everyone else is believing. So affirm, when I know who I am, it doesn't matter who you think I am. People's beliefs are actually keeping them prisoners in their own mind, and they think that they are free. We don't want to be a prisoner of a prisoner. So, if you really want to stop caring, you need to stand out from the crowd and surrender to your divine journey and what really matters to you and what you came here for. Your higher self reigns supreme. Surrender to the divine guidance of your intuition, your higher self, and trust the uniqueness of your path and your journey. This divine guidance is truer and realer than the thoughts or the mind. So remember to follow your own unique path, irrespective of what others think of you. Next, you need to know that other people's thoughts and opinions are their burden, their responsibility, not yours. It's simply a projection of their own inner mind, their own inner reality. It's nothing personal. It's not about you. How they feel, the state of being that they are in is what decides and governs how they feel, how they think about you. So you just keep doing you and focus on what's right and true for you, because your actions will eventually outweigh their opinions. Actions speak louder than words. They are simply wasting their own energy and messing their own mind, having all these judgments and opinions about you. When you focus on your own journey, you'll realize that action is not superficial talk or judgment or opinion. Action, when it's grounded and in alignment, actually causes real change and shifts the reality for the better. So don't just give your power away by believing in opinions that other people have of you. What other people think and say is their choice, but whether you choose to believe it or not is your freedom. So claim this freedom and stay grounded in your knowing of yourself. Thoughts and opinions are free of cost. Anyone can give them, but action requires real effort. It depicts your trueness and your integrity. For example, two people can have completely different opinions about the same situation because of the lens that they are viewing it from and because of the difference in their perspective. So it's not actually about the situation itself, but what the situation is bringing out in those people is what reflects their inner reality, their inner perception. Oftentimes people think they know what's best for you, when in fact if they really knew what's best for you, they would just let you be yourself. And in fact it's actually what they want for themselves, what they would do when they give these opinions about you. So what other people think of you and what they think is best for you may not actually be best for you. People have their own traumas and they project those unhealed traumas and fears onto you through their opinions and judgments of you. So remember that you know yourself better than anyone else, and you have to stop allowing yourself to be controlled by someone else's words. People who are unconscious oftentimes confuse self-love with ego, confidence with arrogance, and authenticity with badness. So their perception, their opinion may not actually be accurate at all. So you have to use your discernment in this case and know that when you follow your spirit, you are on the right path. When you don't like what others think of you, great, because you don't have to. You don't have to like what they think of you. It's that simple, and it's a freedom that you have. Reclaim it and become free. You have to stop being a people pleaser. We have been conditioned to fit into a codependent society that says, please us, do what we want you to do, value what we value, otherwise you won't be approved of. And this really needs to change, And the only way we can change that is by being our true, authentic selves and letting other people be just the way that they are, their true, authentic selves. If you are a people pleaser, then you need to have and set firm boundaries with yourself and other people. Tell yourself that their opinion of me does not define me. You have to learn to say no. You have to learn to say enough. And people pleasers don't actually have a very high and solid sense of self. The society wants people pleasers because rebels are not conformists. They change the way things are. They change the society instead of complying to the way things are. And they cannot comprehend, the society cannot comprehend things that are different, unique, and stand out because it makes them uncomfortable. So know that the world is not going to stop if you don't please other people or meet all the expectations that others have of you. But your life will improve if you start becoming more authentic in your life. Next, you need to start looking for real evidence and change your relationship with your mind. So if you keep believing every thought that you have, then obviously you will care about what other people think of you because you will be a slave of your mind. Most of the times, the thoughts that we have or other people have are not even based on real evidence. So look for the real evidence and you will find the truth. For example, someone thinks or says that you are fat. Ask yourself, is it true that your body is obese? And what do you think about it? And what do you really want to do about it? Because honestly, at the end of the day, it's your body and you have a free will to choose. Another example is when you start to change your diet. People may hate on you or judge you or have an opinion of you, but months later when they see you glowing and being healthy and happy, it will make them change their own belief systems and they will want to copy you or know your secret. So when you do things that are different, people may think that you're stupid or silly, but when they see you happy and abundant, they will want to do what you are doing. So remember that it doesn't matter what someone says or thinks of you or if other people do not support you and your life. What matters is how you choose to approach it because you will be the one on the receiving end of the consequences and the rewards that come with those choices that you make with your own free will. The only time when you should care about what others think of you is when your higher self is guiding you through them. This happens in very rare and exceptional cases. These are the individuals who are wise and open-minded. They believe in you and they love you unconditionally. Their wisdom helps you immensely and has helped you before. They are your allies, your supporters. They are here to guide you on earth and make your journey easier. And they help you become a more evolved and better version of yourself. They are able to see and speak their truth even if it hurts your ego or your false self. They help you walk on the path of integrity, honesty, and they help you grow and evolve in various ways. They help you become more of your authentic self and help redirect you on track and back in alignment with your highest self. They help you lead a life towards true happiness, unlike other people who are not your allies or your supporters or who simply want to bring you down or hate on you, and they are your ill wishers. They are not your allies. They may not even want the best for you. These are the people that you actually need to ignore and move far, far away from. Your allies are actually the people who are able to see your shadow. They are able to see what you don't want to look at and what you're trying to run away from. such as a toxic habit or a bad pattern that you have in your life, and they will help you see it and call you out on it. The problem is that most people actually go with the unconscious people who agree with their bad habits and their toxic patterns, and they perceive true wisdom to be judgment or to be a negative opinion. For example, someone hangs out in a group of alcoholics and they want to break their addiction, but the people around them that they surround themselves with will actually agree with them having that bad habit that's not serving them, that's not helping them in any way, and they may think that it's okay for them to do so. Those people who are unconscious don't call them out on it. So in this situation, if someone tries to call them out on their bad habit, they may perceive it as a judgment, which is a misjudgment on their own part. So remember to discern between who is your ally and your supporter and who is your ill wisher. The judgments of ill wishers are usually false and don't bring you any good. Learn to use your discernment, and to do that, you need to do self-reflection and have a strong connection with yourself and keep improving it. And remember that not everyone is your ally. You need to surround yourself with people who want the best for you and who you feel safe with. If you want to stop giving a damn about what others think of you, then you need to master the art of authenticity. To be authentic is to be your most original, unapologetic, and empowered self, even if you are disapproved of. When you're authentic, that is when you are being your most highest and truest self. So own your unpopular ideas and make those weird choices that are led by your spirit, because weirdos are true revolutionaries and the black sheep are underrated geniuses. When you're being yourself, you're breaking societal conditioning and breaking free from generational patterns. When you don't care about what others think of you, you're freeing a lot of space and energy within you to follow your dreams instead of being caught up in what others think of you, which is always going to change depending upon the person. Know that the most important thing is what you think of yourself. If you liked this video, make sure to press the like button. Let me know in the comment section how you feel, and also subscribe to my channel. And I simply want to thank you for being here and thank you for listening. You can also support me through the link in the description box below. And I hope that you stay blessed on your journey. I will see you in the next video.